Don't you see me out here shining, better flexing? I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress it. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address it. They saying lonely at the top. This the best.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Patrick Mahomes' Buccaneers going up against Jared Goff's Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Now Goff on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third and long, it's Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it
in. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. It's Johnny Hecker now, an all-pro 3 of the last 4 years on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Beckham, the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know one thing, Brandon. This was a very difficult defense to throw the ball against in 2016. What were they, 3rd in the league in pass defense?
Yeah, these receivers are going to have to be sharp with their routes in this one.
Yeah, because they're going to show them a lot of change-ups in the secondary, and they have a good pass rush.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The rookie from UCLA, Tech McKinley. And it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Time running out here on the play clock. To throw is gone. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
This is Ajayi. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from UCLA, Tech McKinley. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go. Green, 39. Over.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Again, it's Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st down, Mahomes. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Goff. They set up the screen to Ajayi. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now, they're not close to the 1st down.
Here's Beckham. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now Goff. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Pass incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Mahomes now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. The slot man in motion right. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On second down, here's Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The 20! 38 yards on the scamper there.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's gone. On the move to his left. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And running right. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. And
he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Now it's Ajayi. Muscles by at the 25. Ajayi's gonna go. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 79 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Ajayi, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Here's a give to Fournette. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got thinking things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's complete. Abdullah. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4.
Be aware, a ball may come your way.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run again with Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Slot man moves right. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Roses now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Fournette, a first down carry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is screen to Abdullah. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. A swing pass caught. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Now Mahomes throwing on second down, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. David Njoku with his first career NFL touchdown, and the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Let's go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively. To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Throwing on third. Gone. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body. Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10, Goff again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is gone. Rolling to his right. this one is incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first down, Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Wes Horton. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Mahomes to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They run with Ajayi. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Goff now to throw. Powerful running. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.